Hello everybody, I'm Carol and this is Refunction Crafts and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do a tutorial on how to make these beautiful Dollar Tree night lights look amazing. The night lights can be purchased at the Dollar Tree and then you do the rest. They're beautiful night lights. They have a blue light that glows behind them. It's not a white light, it's a blue one. So just so that you know that. It's a blue glow and not a white glow. These are beautiful, beautiful night lights, and that's kind of how it's going to look. I'm not putting the direct light totally under it because if I do, it'll be too bright, and these don't shine that bright. And I want you to see that you're going to actually see the image and everything behind it. So that's kind of about how it's going to look, only with a blue light and not a white light behind it. So they are absolutely gorgeous, you guys. They have glass glitter and rhinestones on them that I added. I made these very whimsical. This is for the kitchen. This is for whatever room you want to put it in. And they're both absolutely stunning. I hope you will give this video a thumbs up and make a comment down below. I really need those thumbs ups and those comments to get my channel growing even faster. And so that's very, very helpful to me and the channel. So I would be eternally grateful if you would do that for me. And hopefully you'll stick around, watch the entire video, and see how we make these beautiful, beautiful night lights. You're going to love it. A little bit of UV resin. I used J. Diction resin. I'll put a link down below. I used glass glitter. I used tiny, tiny rhinestones, like for nail art. Rhinestones around the edge. And let's see. Oh, and these are dangle earrings that came from Temu. So I will put links to the things that I know I have a link for. Some of it, like the rhinestones around the edges, those were a Happy Mail gift that was sent to me from my friend Robin. So I don't have a link for those, but I can get you an Amazon link for them. The porcelain flowers I buy on Etsy, I have a link for you on those. And some of the other bits and pieces as well. So I hope you guys will stick around, watch this video. I think you're going to enjoy it. Let's get started. Oh, wait. First, I'm going to go ahead and if I still have it here, and I may not, I'm going to read a inspirational quote. And it says, "Do not pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult one." And that to me says we all have at some point in time in our life, we all have a difficult time in our life. Some of us, our whole life is difficult, and we have to be prepared to endure that kind of a life, or those parts of our life that get difficult and hard to handle. So pray for the endurance to get through it, you guys. It's going to be worth it in the long run. And let's go ahead and let's get started. I will have pictures of these on the back end of this video, so stick around to the end so you can see those pictures. Make sure that you are getting prepared for the giveaway that's coming up as well, where I'll be giving away that butterfly fairy that I showed in my first hummingbird plant stick video. You can see that butterfly fairy in that video. So, and I talk about the giveaway there. It's the comments that you make have to be on that video, and they only one comment per person will be counted. And what else? And give the video a thumbs up. So that's what I'm looking for on that one. I wish you all good luck on the giveaway. And we're going to start doing more of those. I'm just going to start giving away some of my smaller items that I can ship out that are not too terribly expensive to ship. Unfortunately, all my giveaways are for US subscribers. And I'm sorry for those of you who are outside of the country, but it is just far too expensive for me to ship items. into other countries. It's just terribly expensive. So right now, in my current situation, I just can't afford to do that. I wish I could. But anyway, thanks a lot for watching, you guys. Stay tuned for the rest of the tutorial. Okay, so let's get going on these beautiful, beautiful night lights we're going to be making today. I just decided that I wanted to do some more night lights because I have a couple in my shop, but I wanted to do some different ones. Something that was kind of outside, well, not really outside my wheelhouse, because these are all things that I love. And I've done fairies, and I've done roosters. I haven't done one in a long time. And these little birds, I found them, and oh my goodness, they are just too cute to pass up. So these are the night lights I'm going to be working on today. They should be fairly easy to do, so I think I'm going to try and do all 3 of these in this video today, if you can believe that or not. So let's just go ahead and get started. The first thing that we're going to do with these, and I'm not wearing my gloves, but I am using a glove on the outside of my bottle because there is some resin on the bottle. And this is the plug for the round nightlight. I actually painted it an ivory color and resined over the paint because I didn't want it to be easily scratched or ruined. So that was just something new that I did, and we'll see how that goes. I prefer white, honestly, if I'm being honest, but I didn't have any white hand paint, so I had to paint it ivory. And what I may end up doing, I think this is my last round nightlight, but my store is still carrying them, fully stocked in them. So I think I need to go over there and get some more, and then, or I can paint this white again. The only problem is I'm getting enough paint around this part that I honestly, even right now, I don't know how easily it's going to fit in here. Yeah, that's not going to go on easily at all. I don't know. Well, we'll figure that out. But I'm not going to worry about that now because I can actually get the paint out of the inside of there, which is where this little half circle goes. And so I can get in there and I can thin that down and get this on there. So I'm not worried about it. But anyway, let's go ahead. And I think what we're going to do, you know what? I might just wait on this one. I think I'm going to wait on this one. We'll put this one aside because I'm not going to be able to really truly finish it. And that is kind of a bummer, but that's okay because 2 is better to do anyway. All right. So first things first, what we're going to do is we are going to move some of my bling out of the way here. I've got some dangles to use on these. I've got some of my porcelain flowers out here. I've got a fairy here, and I've got my rooster, so these are the 2 that we will do. And these night lights are Dollar Tree night lights. The square ones here have a blue light in them, like it's really blue. So it goes really good with things that have blues in them. So that's kind of why I went with these colors for the square ones. So what I'm going to do first, I found that if you resin on the plastic and then lay your image down and then put it under the UV light and let it cure on the back side first, then you can get that resin to seep through the image on both sides, and you'll get a more even image. Because I found that if you don't get the resin on both sides, you get an uneven, if it doesn't soak through completely through the paper, you're going to get an uneven look. And since they're night lights, it wouldn't matter if it wasn't a night light. It wouldn't matter at all. But since they're night lights, you don't want that light to come on and then get an uneven look. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that, because I did one in anticipation of doing this video. And what I did was I took regular paper. This is cardstock. But I took regular paper and I doubled the images up, because you can do that. If you don't have cardstock paper, print your images on regular paper, and if you want a more vibrant image, double the image up, but you have to get it aligned absolutely perfectly. Use two-sided tape, clear two-sided tape, and Dollar Tree sells that. And put them together, and you'll get a more vibrant image in the long run on a nightlight. So I'm just saying that's what I do if I'm going to use regular paper. If I don't have any cardstock, and I am running out of my cardstock paper, guys, I am going to have to stop printing so many images. But I just use them in everything I do. Okay, so I'm getting that on there. I want to get it centered, and there is a little bit of a clear edge around the whole thing that I'm allowing to happen. I wanted it to have a little bit of a clear edge. And I am going to let it sit on top of this resin for just a minute. But I'm going to be putting resin over the top as well, so that'll soak through and get whatever may not have grabbed on the back side. So I'll make sure it does. And I will look through my lamp. I found that with my little ring lamp here, I can look through these before I put them under the lamp or whatever, and yeah, it gives me a good view of what's going on. So, and because this is cardstock, this is going to take a little bit longer to soak through. I'm going to take my pad out of my UV lamp, and I'm going to turn on the bottom light. And I'm just going to, I'm just going to set it on the ledge here and scoot my lamp in, my pad in just like that, so that the entire bottom is getting lit up. There we go. We'll put that right there. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and start on this one. We might as well go ahead and get this one done too. And I'm just going to kind of put it all over. Not too much. You guys don't need too much resin on this part. Just enough to cover this and to get it to kind of soak through that paper. And this is where, when you get to the top side, you have much patience and wait to stick it under the light if you need to get that resin to soak through. And you might have to put another layer of resin on top. You probably will. You'll probably want to, actually. Oh shoot, I've got this sitting over my lamp and it was starting to cure. Oh my goodness. So that just tells you how strong that UV light is, you guys. It will cure from afar. I'm sorry, I'm putting this off to the side, you guys, to paint this resin on here so that I don't end up with a big sticky mess. All right. And again, I'm going to put my rooster on top. I'm going to pull it aside because I don't want that lamp to get to this while I'm trying to get it to soak up some of that resin. Okay, now I'm going to put this one under the light now too. And we will let that go for just a few minutes, and I'll be right back. Honey on it. So I'm going to take my little torch here and get out any bubbles that are on the top. Now, as this resin sits on top of this paper, more bubbles will come out because it's pulling the air out of that paper. So that's another reason you want to wait and let this really soak into that paper. And see, I just got a drip. So watch your drips. Watch where they're coming from. That means you're holding this thing not straight, because it really shouldn't. I didn't put a ton of resin on there, so it shouldn't be spilling over the edges. But it will if you don't hold it straight. And once you use the torch, the resin gets a little bit thinner. So that's the other thing. You have to know that your resin gets thinner when it gets hot. So just be careful. And so I'm letting this sit. I'm going to take my little ring light here. I'm going to put it up under it, and that looks like a very good covering. So now I'm going to turn my UV lamp on, and I'm going to set that one under the light. Push it back and pull it off, because I see that I've got resin on the underside, so I don't want that to be a problem. So somehow I got some resin down under here. It probably went through here somewhere, because see, I've got a lot of it on that paper towel. So I'm going to turn both lights on, and I'm going to hold it under that light for just a minute and let it start to cure. And let that, whatever got on that little plastic plate, to cure as well, so that it doesn't get on anything else. And really, I should have this pad on there. I don't know why I didn't put it on there to begin with. I'm going to put that on the edge. Pull that pad to the edge. And let that finish curing. Of course, I have such little space here. I've got so much stuff on this desk, or this table, I should say, that I can't move anything out of my way anymore. It's that covered with just junk everywhere. Okay, so now we are going to do this one. Get her nice and covered. And then on the last layer of resin that we're going to put on these, we're going to add some glass glitter. And this is J. Diction resin, UV resin, that I'm using. I do like the J. Diction, and I do like the Let's resin. I also like the hard glue resin that I get from Temu, but I don't know what's going on with Temu right now. I'm a little afraid to order, because I'm afraid I won't get what I've ordered, and that scares me. So I don't know. I've heard stories of things, but you know, to this point I had had no problems, but somebody had told me somebody they knew had problems, and so now, but you know, I've heard that before, you know, because of the tariff thing. I had heard that before with other things, and I had never had those same problems that other people had had. So I don't know how true it is, or how bad it really is. I'm sorry, I dropped my resin bottle in my trash. Doesn't want to sit straight because it's getting low on resin. Okay, now I want to look at it under my light, and that looks really, really, really good. There's no change, like variation in the color and the wetness or dryness, so I'm going to put her under the lamp now and let both of them just sit and do their thing. Let's get this extra resin off this table here. We don't want that there. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, we're going to lay these on the edge of this table. We're going to be using some B7000 multi-purpose adhesive, and I love this adhesive. It works really well, just like E6000 as far as I'm concerned, and I have been super happy with the results that I've gotten and how everything stays together with this adhesive. So what I like the best, and I know I've told you guys, is that it's got this tiny little point, and it doesn't have a lot of oozing that comes out of it, and I can easily pop that pin in there while I'm working in between, you know, usage, and that way I save it from, you know, plugging the hole. Okay, so what we're going to do a top, a bottom, and 2 sides. And so I'll do 4 top and bottoms and then 4 sides, just using this one piece. So let me get my nippers here. We're going to make this easy on ourselves, you guys. We're going to nip that right there. We're going to do 4 this size. Actually, no, we're going to do 2 this size for the tops of both of them. And I'll tell you why the bottoms won't be the same. And most of you have probably already figured it out, but in case you haven't. Okay, so there's our tops, and I'm going to just lay those right there like that. And now we're going to do our side pieces. And this is some beautiful rhinestone chain that I got from my friend Robin. It's 4 millimeter. And this we're going to go right down to the corner here. We don't have to go any farther, and right up to the corner here, because we've gone off the edge with the top ones. So we don't have to do that with the side ones. So this is how big our side pieces are going to be. And we definitely need 4 of these. So let's just get those cut. This is the easy way to do it. We know they all have to be the same because these are exactly the same size. There's no variations in the sizes on these things. So we don't have to worry about that. 2. And, well, 3. And 4. Okay, so those are our sides. And I'm going to have those just kind of facing the up and down direction so that I know those are my sides, because you know you can get confused. And then the bottoms are just going to go, they're going to sit on the top of this. So because we don't have, this doesn't go under. I could either have 2 small pieces coming right here, or I can go all the way across, and I choose to go all the way across on the bottom. But it is going to sit on the top of the image. So I just want to make sure I get it exactly the right size, and we'll do 2 of these. 1. And really, these are probably exactly the same size as the side ones if I think about it. I think it's the same. Oh, look, we're missing a rhinestone there. Pay attention to that, you guys, because you don't want to cut a piece off where the rhinestone's missing, we'll just use those rhinestones in other things. That's okay, it happens. Nearly every chain of rhinestone that you buy has at least one missing rhinestone, I think. I don't think I've ever gotten one that didn't have at least something missing out of it. So we're going to put her, and actually the rhinestone is right there in the bag. So it fell out in transit probably. And that is a-okay because I will put it back in there so that I can use that piece. Uh-oh, did I do these the same size? Yes, okay. So those are the bottoms. Okay. We don't need those now. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the entire outside of this, and we're going to do it all at the same time, and we're going to leave these facing up because I'm just going to put them flat all the way around here, and it's going to be easy peasy. We're going to do the whole thing all at once. And we're going to start with this side. You know, yesterday when I was trying to do this, man, I have to tell you, I was so shaky. It was terrible. And I was actually doing a video. I'm going to show you the ones that I started yesterday that I actually just stopped right in the middle of the video when I realized that things were going awry. So just like this, all the way around. And then we're going to also put some on a couple of the rhinestones that are at the top. The ones that kind of flow over. Okay, and then right here, we're just going to go right along the bottom of the top of the nightlight. And it's okay that you're setting this down on this silicone mat because nothing's going to stick to it. That's the beauty of these mats. Okay, so first things first, we're going to put a little bit of adhesive right there and right there on those two rhinestones. And we're going to lay this facing up. Now if I had these turned over, obviously I would face those rhinestones down. Now on the round ones I have to flip them over. So the round ones are not done exactly like this. And those little round ones come with little princess images, and they have some with some other kind of image on them. That I just sand off the top. These come completely blank, so I like that. Okay, so this is a side. I'm going to put, whoops. We're going to pop this one on, and we want to do this fairly quickly, and I've got a fan on in this room because we had the heat on a little while ago because it actually got kind of cold in here this morning. And now I need the fan, so go figure. We've gone from 70 degrees up to the high 80s and the low 60s. I mean, our weather is all over the place in California right now. It's terrible. I like when it gets right around 80 degrees. I am happy as a clam. 75, even better, but I'm happy at 80. 80 I can deal with. Once it starts going up over that, then I start getting uncomfortable and I don't care for it much. I don't like the really, really hot weather. Now when I was a kid, oh, it could get up to 115 and higher and I was okay with it. I loved the hot weather, but that was when I was a sun worshiper, and the hotter it was, the darker my tan was, and yeah. So I had a very, very dark tan when I was a kid. All the time in the summer. Because I used to spend my summers down in Huntington Beach. I'm sure you guys have heard of Huntington Beach. So it's Surf City, USA. And so we would go down to Huntington Beach all summer long. We would take the little bus down there. It's an Orange County beach, but I grew up in Orange County. And yeah, it was awesome. But the beach never got past you know, like 85, I think. I think it pretty much stayed at a lower temperature than where I live now. Where I live now, we get up to 115, sometimes 117. I mean, it gets really hot where I live. But I don't live in Orange County anymore, so. I lived there for almost 40 years before I decided to move out this way, where I felt at the time it was a little quieter, a little more country, and a little less chaos and competition. Orange County, ugh, competition city. Everybody's out to compete against their neighbors and who's got the better of this or that, and I just can't stand that. That just makes me crazy. I don't care what you have. I don't care if you have money or I have money. I'm not going to tell you if I do, but that's something that I don't understand. Why everybody thinks you've got to have $1 million to be happy. It just, I mean, yes, everybody wants to be comfortable in life. Absolutely. I want to be comfortable too. I want to be able to pay my bills, which is why one reason why I do this. The other reason is because I just love doing it. But yeah, I am trying to make somewhat of a living doing this as well while I'm retired, because our retirement money isn't always enough, so you have to do something else these days in order to make ends meet, I'll tell you. And then they still want to take all your money in taxes, half of your salary in taxes. It's crazy. That's California, though. That's how we do things in California. Ay, ay, ay. I'm going to just put the extra adhesive on those. Easier for me to get to right now. Plus, I'm not messing with those rhinestones right now, so. Okay, so we're just laying these on there all the way around, trying to make sure they're straight and flat on the bottom. You can press them in, you can press them down, and the better you press them, the more straight they're going to be, and the more flat they're going to be on the bottom. So just make sure you've done your duty here and flattened these all out and straightened them all out. The hardest ones to get straight are going to be these ones that are on top of the image, because you don't have anything really to align them to. You can't push them up against something to make them perfectly straight. So you just have to work with those and use your eyes to make sure you've got everything on there good and straight. And press those down too, because you will get them flat. And these all look amazing. Now what I am going to do is we're going to leave these sit here for about 15 minutes while this adhesive gets pretty strong on there, because I don't want to mess it up, you know, pulling it up and moving it around. Now right now I can pick this up like this, but eventually holding it like this, it would start to sag a little bit if I do it this soon. But you can see how quickly that starts to cure. So I will be right back. Okay, you guys, let's pull these up. And there we go. They're on there really, really well. You can see they're sitting on there very well. Let me see, where did I see a piece of glue? Doesn't really matter. I can peel any glue bits off at the end. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. But I do see right here, let me grab a piece of a paper towel here. I'm going to, okay, that I guess I'm going to have to clean off in the back end. I've got a little bit of resin, because this is the one that kind of stuck to it on the back side. So I do have, you can see a little bit of resin. I don't know if you can see it or not down here. See that? So that I'll have to clean off, and we can do that with a little bit of acetone. I can just go along there and kind of wipe it clean. We can sand it off, which is probably what most people would do, but I don't know. I'm hoping I can, like here, see how that piece came off? I was able to just chip that piece off. And if I can chip it off, that is exactly what I'll do. And on this, it comes right off, I'm noticing. So it might do the same thing here, I'm hoping. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to come off of this as easy, because this is the same material as the plastic plate in my, I mean, this doesn't really even matter. It's on the back side. It's not that big a deal. What I could do is just put a piece of white felt or something on the back of that and cover that up if I need to. Got a little glue string going across her, so I want to get that off of there. Got it. Okay. So next things next, what we're going to do is, I think we're going to put some resin over the top. We're not going to put a super thick layer of resin. We're going to put a little bit, and we're just going to kind of brush it in the areas we want to put glass glitter and a few of these little rhinestones. So I'm just going to do what I do. I'm going to put it on my brush here, and I'm just going to brush it on. And I can feel on my brush, it's a little stiff. So that means I got when my nightlight got hit by the UV lamp, so did my brush. And that's okay. It'll still work for this purpose. It's not completely stiff, but it's pretty stiff. And I'm just putting this in like where the flowers are on the rooster. And I'm going to put that aside for a minute, and I'm going to start grabbing. This is my rhinestone picker that Robin sent me. It's a crayon type. It's just wax, and it came with a little pencil sharpener, and I've got my little tweezers she sent me. But for right now, we're going to use our little rhinestone picker. Look how great that picks up those rhinestones. Awesome. And we're just going to start dropping some of them down on top of our rooster. These are pretty rhinestones, actually. Let's see. Put one there. Put one there. And we'll grab one more clear one and put it sort of up in here. And then I want some blue ones, for sure, because I think with this blue rooster, the blue ones are going to look really pretty. Popped in there. Wow, this is a good rhinestone picker. I like it. She sent it to me with, it came with two things. These two things of rhinestones. These are shapes in here, and then these are just the round ones. Those and the crayon and the sharpener and the tweezers. Isn't that awesome? I want to grab some of the teeny tiny rhinestones as well and put some of them in here. Okay, let's see. Here's a teeny tiny one. And put that one there. And let's see. I've got a whole bunch of these little ones, and I do want to put kind of quite a few of them in here. That one went upside down. We don't want that. Okay, and I'm just trying to find the ones that are already turned right side up to grab and drop in here. I've got this color too, but I'm going to put that into the fairy. There. Now we need a couple more blue ones. I want the teeny tiny blue ones. I definitely want more of those to go in here, and I'm trying to find them. There aren't that many that came out with my little handful. But they're hard to flip over. Let's see, maybe if I go like this. Put you right there. I think that looks gorgeous with the rhinestones in there. Super pretty. Gosh, I wish I could get these to just flip over. They don't want to, though. I really feel like that's a blue one. It is. There we go. We finally got it to flip. Let's see. I'm going to put you right there. Maybe a few more clear ones. Just the tiny ones. Gosh, that's pretty. Let's see, I'll put you right there. And let's see. Oops, that one went upside down. Where did it go? Oh, hi. Okay, I got one of these lighter blue ones in there, and that actually looks pretty in there too, so maybe we'll add a few of those. It's in the same family of color. It's still a blue. Super pretty. Oh my gosh, you guys. I don't know if you can see how great this is looking, but look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Ah, I'm super excited. Put that one there. And let's see. Okay, let's see. I think. Whoopsies. Okay. Maybe a couple more of the clear ones. Sorry, my stomach is just growling, you guys. Okay, that's as far as we're going to go with the rhinestones. And now we're going to do some glass glitter. I'm going to add some glass glitter in there. Not too much, just a little bit of glass glitter. So I've got my Twinklets glass glitter here. And I'm just going to lightly, I'm going to do it over the jar here. I'm going to lightly put that in the same area that we added those rhinestones. A little bit more. And that'll get in between those areas where the rhinestones are not, and give it that extra glitter and shine. A little bit right over here. Okay, and I'm going to tap it over my trash can once or twice. And we're going to put this one under our light. And then we'll start on our other one. I'm going to put that under the lamp for about 3 minutes. Now let's get this one done. I can't wait. I'm super excited about this. And for this one, I think I'm just I'm gonna drizzle a little bit out here, and then I'll move it around. It'll be easier this way. And it doesn't have to be perfect, because we don't want we don't necessarily want everything to stick all over that whole area. We want it in little sporadic areas. So I'm just gonna kind of dab this down, especially on this one. I want her dress to be kind of just, you know, with little bits of rhinestones here and there. And I'm going to put a little bit of glass glitter right around her hair too, I think. But I'm not going to add any, well, you know what? I might as well just add this now to that spot. I'm just going to dot it. Just like that. No more. Okay, so now let's go with our rhinestones. So we're going to go with the dark blue ones again. We're going to add some of those in there. Because she's got the blue and the greens and that light blue color. There's a clear. I really want these to flip over. I just try to kind of grab them and drop them. And usually that does the trick, but today it's not working so very well. And we want to make sure we get some in the wings as well. This aqua color is really, really pretty. Honestly, I didn't take that many of those out, but I may have to grab some more. Oops, I've got 2 of them on there this time. Okay, you go right there. And you go right there. And I'm going to grab some more of the rhinestones here. And this is almost another, like almost a darker aqua here. It's like more closer to a blue. And then these are more closer to a greenish aqua. Both are very pretty. And actually, this has gold in it, so I'm thinking maybe I should use some of the gold ones as well, because she's got gold in her. Just a little bit, but she does have gold in the ornament part of this, the wings and so forth. So we're going to add a couple of dots of gold rhinestones, and these 2 are kind of stuck together there. We don't want that. Now I've got to wipe that off. Okay. Put one in her dress right there. The gold definitely looks pretty in there. I think I'd rather use more of the tiny gold ones, if I'm being honest, than the bigger ones. Oops. There's another tiny one. Okay. And we need more, definitely more of our little aqua ones. Okay, let's see. I'm going to move that one over here. I got that one on there and it wasn't sticking over there, so I moved that one over because it already had resin on it. Okay. And we'll go here with a clear. A couple more dark blues. Oops, that one didn't pick up. I didn't get any of the dark blue in the wings yet. Got to make sure I don't really go overboard on this. It's easy to do because you get so excited. You see all that beautiful color around there. And I do need teeny tiny ones for the top part of her dress. Oops, that one's upside down. You can't stay there like that. Sorry. There we go. And I think maybe those would be better on her waist. Let's see if I can find one more teeny gold one that will flip over. It's got to be a teeny one. Like that one. Come on, flip, flip. There you go. Yay! Thank you. I need one more right there for her waistline. Just like that. There. Okay, and I think from here we're going to move these around because they are sliding a bit because there's more resin on this than there was on the other one that I did. So I got to move them kind of back into place. You go there. I love these aqua ones. They are so pretty. Okay, so I think that's it for the rhinestones, and we've got quite a few of them on there. I wasn't thinking I was going to put that many, but of course, you know me and sparkle. So now we're just going to go with our glass glitter, and we're going to sprinkle that around on her dress, and the top part of her dress will just be mostly glass glitter, except for that belt around her waist, the rhinestones around her waist. I'm just moving these around because they're kind of stuck together in some places. And we definitely don't want that. You go there, you go there. And you guys separate. Okay, I think I see one spot where I need maybe one more, but I don't want it to be a big, huge one. Where did I see it? Right there. Okay, now let's get the rest of our glass glitter in there. Okay, so we've got our glass glitter. I'm gonna tap it a little bit, and then I'm gonna just turn this upside down over my trash can and get the excess glass glitter off of there, and we're gonna pop that right onto the lamp. And this one, I'm gonna take a brush, just a little makeup brush. Actually, I don't think that's a makeup brush, it's actually a paintbrush. And I'm gonna brush it over the top of this so that I get all the excess glass glitter off of there. And that's what that looks like. Is that not gorgeous, you guys? Look at that. Look at the shine and the glitter in that. Oh my word, is she pretty. And while the other one is baking, we will take this and close it up and get rid of it. And now we have to decide what other elements we want to put on this. So what I want to do is I'm definitely going to hang one of these from the bottom piece. So we're definitely going to use one of those. She needs some blue flowers, right? And so I think what I want to do is I kind of want to put flowers kind of coming up from the bottom. So let's see. And then maybe a small one. Well, I'd kind of like to put maybe one pink one in here. I don't know. We'll see if we're going to leave it, but we're definitely going to want. I don't know. Those all match. Too matchy-matchy, right? So maybe what we do, we've got one white one here. And we go like that, and then put a blue one up here, like that. That looks really pretty. And then maybe we take this pink one and come over to this corner. Pink and white. There. That looks gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. So, I'm going to go ahead and do what I do. I'm going to drizzle a little amount of resin. We are going to be painting these flowers with some resin as well, you guys, just so that you know, but I'm not going to do that until I've got everything solid on top of this. So I'm just going to pop that under the lamp and let those get down on there really good. We're going to pop this one out of the lamp and brush off the excess glass glitter. Put the brush away, and that's what she looks like. Is that gorgeous? Oh my gosh, you guys. So pretty. Now, with her, she does have some of the gold in there. We could actually go with maybe even yellow flowers. or yellow and blue, I should say. But we could put yellow and then a little bit smaller blue one, like that. And maybe a tiny blue one right in there. Like that. No, that just doesn't show up. I don't like that. Now I thought I had taken some white ones out of there. Oh, here's a few. These are white and pink. I kind of don't know if I want any pink in this. Oh no, I dropped it on the floor. That's the danger zone down there. Okay. I got it. The floor is the danger zone. I drop everything down there, and I'm not kidding you. It's so dark under there, I can't find things once I drop them. No, that gets lost back there. We don't want that there. I wonder if we take that and like that. No. I don't know if it's because I'm not loving the yellow. Let me find a bigger blue one. I'm going to clip something off of this one because I used it on something and then cut it off. That won't hurt anything. It's still got a little piece of something on there, but I'm not going to mess with it because I don't want to break the flower in the process. And it's underneath, so we're not going to worry about that. So if we put I know what's wrong. It needs fairy sparkle. That's the problem. Okay, so if we go, let's see, with the two blue flowers there, and maybe what I need is one of my smaller, let's see, we've got green ones. I'm looking for my small multicolored pieces here. So these ones are a little bit smaller and they don't take up so much space. Coming off kind of like that. I do have a green one here. This is a bigger one, but that green does look very, very pretty with that. And then maybe I could just pop a small blue flower right there. I don't know. I feel like I need another, maybe I have a small yellow flower, just a tiny one. I don't know if I do or not. I think I see one. Because the yellow goes with it. The yellow is okay. I just don't want to be so much yellow. There we go. And I think that looks really beautiful in that corner. I like that. So all I need to do is drizzle, drizzle, drizzle. Make sure all the flowers are touching each other and getting resined down. We'll drizzle in there and drizzle down in there. I mean, we can put more resin on this after we get these sort of stuck down. And we've got this one, and these flowers are stuck down. We have a little bit of resin popping out right there. We do not want that. So we're going to have to put something in there. And I really wasn't quite done with this one anyway, so that's okay. Let's see. Do we need to just put another blue one right there, and then like that, and then maybe that just doesn't, it doesn't melt together. Maybe just one of these little small pink ones in there. And then, let's see, what do we have in rhinestones here? I have this, which might actually fit in here perfectly. It's just a clear rhinestone piece, a small one, but it's got sticky on the bottom, so I have to be careful because it's going to want to stick down like right away. It's got foam sticky tape, and that stuff sticks really well, like quickly. But I have to get it under there just right, just like that. That's exactly what I was trying to do. And then, let's see, we need a little something else. Let's see. I don't want anything from there. I don't think I want one of those. I wonder if maybe something like this would be better than that. Something that actually fits in that spot. We could go with the clear. I don't like that one. It's a little scratched up. Oh, here's one. Here's a roundish one. That looks pretty in there. Or maybe pop that right there. I love having these nails, but I don't love that they hinder my work sometimes. Maybe we go with both of them. I like the clear in this one because I feel like with the blue in there, the clear looks better. And I have to put something right there. So actually, I think that looks really, really nice. That looks pretty finished off. Oh, you know what? One more thing. One more. I've got a couple of rhinestones here. Maybe if I put those in that little hole right there, coming out. There we go. That will do it. Or maybe just one of them. We'll cut one of those off. Let's see. Okay. So last piece will be this for the top of this, like that. We're going to drizzle a little more resin, but we're going to make sure it doesn't drizzle outside the edges. Just like that, and quickly get it under the light. And now we can pop this one out, and that looks very, very pretty. I was going to try and do something with this in here, and I forgot. Oh boy. That's okay. I could actually, I wonder what this would look like on top. Whoops. Let's see. Like underneath the first part of the flowers on this. No, it's not necessary. Too much. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we are going to use our B7000 on this and a little bit of hot glue. And that's how we're going to put this on. Nice big dollop there and a little bit of hot glue. And later I will probably add a little bit of resin in there, but I don't know. I think the B7000 is plenty to keep this on there. Good and secure for years to come. Look at that, you guys. It's gorgeous. Okay, and then let's see. I think she's pretty much done. I don't need any more glitter or glam on her. I was gonna see about, no, we don't need that. Don't really have any bows that I think would be good for her. So I think she's actually gonna be, done. I think we did a good job on her. I don't think I want to put any lace on either one of these. Nope. Okay. So now we've got this one done. And then I will also, again, like I always do, I will pop them under my UV lamp and give them another good curing time, good amount of curing time, and they will be done. So same thing here, we're going to use our B7000. Put a big dollop right in the center there. I'll get my hot glue, put it in a couple of spots. Grab hold of the sides of this, and we're going to get it right where we want it to go, right there. And again, you have a beautiful, beautiful nightlight. Look at that. So these two beauties are done, you guys, and I want to say thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun for me to do. So you guys all have a great, great day. Be safe, be well, be kind, and have a great day. God bless you all. Take care. Bye-bye.